in the center of forehead, on the lotus seat, I, eternal, imperishable soul, a pure soul, I am seated on this lotus throne. Becoming aware of my eternity, I go beyond beginning and the end. This gives soul capacity to go beyond the influence of time and creating the awareness of my original quality of purity. Free from vices, untouched by different situations, vibrations. There is no pull from any organs. Accumulating the power of purity and the vibrations of purity makes everything pure. If I breathe, if I eat, with the pure awareness, that energy also goes in the matter of the body. Time will come, nothing will be pure outside in the world, even elements. But with my pure thoughts, pure energy, I will be able to purify all the elements, whether I drink water or eat food. If I do it in pure awareness, then the energy in the body will be pure. And that is becoming like an angel, like Brahma Baba. He always ate in soul consciousness with Baba. So even these are simple actions, but what body is receiving, everything is pure, becomes pure. Pure energy in the body makes mind and intellect very subtle, and one could experience angelic stage or become awake like awake Baba. So we take drishti from Baba and experience that how through purity one becomes like angel awake.
Om Shanti, welcome to Avyakti Parivar. Soul consciousness, a drop of awareness 5 times a day. Now, listening from Mohini Didi.
Om Shanti. Each one of us whole day since Amritvela go in the awareness in the center of forehead because that's the seat for the soul. So we go within and sit on the lotus throne. In the center of forehead, there is lotus throne, and I, as eternal, imperishable, pure soul, sit on the throne. So we begin in Amrit Vela with that thought, and during day, not only 5 times, but for me, I found almost all day, instead of having any extra thought or extra pull or repeat any thought. I just had this thought, I am a pure soul. And it was not just repeating, but noticing that how very subtly how much power of thought or energy of thought is wasted, unnecessary. Using is one thing. So today within 1 second, I will remind myself I am a pure soul. Mm. So a thought cancels other thought, right? And then also how the vibrations for my own self within my own self, very, very lovely, very powerful vibrations from thought and awareness of purity. And then, of course, while eating, when I thought I'm a pure soul, and of course, remembrance of Baba, I thought that we are so much thinking about pure food, vegetarian food, remembrance of Baba. But when you are in this pure awareness, the energy of the food in body will purify the body. So this purity also going in the matter with drinking water or eating food, and of course while having conversation. It's very, very, it has to be experimented, it has to be felt while doing actions. If there is this awareness, then how it will purify the elements that is body. And that is where angelic form emerges. Your presence will not be physical, but it will create very, very beautiful feelings of lightness and angelic. And we are able to look in the subtle habits which have been formed by the mind. It could be wandering, it could be attraction, it could be desire. They all can be removed. So when I think I'm a pure soul and I say Baba is purifier, but then I reminded myself I am also purifier. So I'm igniting this flame whole day for transformation. Fire changes form. No? So it's a very, very deep experience. With the practice, there is attainment also. And that experience brings more kind of interest in doing it because I'm not just repeating a thought, but how that thought is working on me, not only creating awareness, but how quickly you can be untouched or nyarapan, that also purifying. Within 1 second is clean. You don't have to make effort. Effort is to create awareness that I am a pure soul. There is never effort of uh, removing darkness, right? You turn on light. So even very, very subtle pollutions from past, from vibrations, from negative energy, they all are cleansed. So when we are practicing this, it's not just the thought. First I'm giving to myself, then the matter, the body. Because if we have to be angelic, then body has to be purified. No? So when food is remembered in pure awareness or breathing, I mean, air can be pure as much you think, but there is always pollution. But when I am thinking I am pure soul, then the power of purity will even cleanse. Then the air will, I will breathe that air in for the body. So today I had so many beautiful experiences, and I thought, uh, I know you all practiced, and everyone must have had different experience, but I felt, as we said, Baba is purifier, then I am also master purifier. So how it can be unadulterated, very clean, very, very deep purity makes us, I realize, altruistic. It's not I want and this is my desire or This is how it should be, my expectations. Free from all that. Because drama is powerful, Baba is there. So purifier whole day, the experience of purifier, master purifier was very beautiful. And I felt why one day. So that's why now I continue from very first one and eternal, imperishable, pure. Mm. So it won't be only one thought. And always remember in the forehead on the lotus throne, mm, eternal, imperishable, pure soul. You will really, really not only feel power, but deep transformation, very subtly, which you are not even aware is happening. And then more realizations, mm, good reflections, just with simple practice. And I start understanding that when Baba says soul consciousness is important, what it means. Okay, if I look at someone as a soul, you can't see soul, right? But when you are in this awareness of yourself as a soul, then you look at someone as a soul, then that connection soul to soul. In this, all karmic accounts can be settled. All the tasks can be accomplished with this power. That's why Baba every morning in the Murli, how many times says, children, be free from body consciousness, be in soul consciousness. So we continue with this thought also. And then for tomorrow, we will take the quality of love. Because when there is pure heart, there is presence of love. You internally, you feel uh, not only, of course, being pure, you are close to God, loved by God, but there will be deep feelings, mm, love for the self, love for others, love for nature. It's a very, very, love is a very powerful, love is power, right? They say God is love. It's not visible when I say it's, mm, but it's really, really, it makes, there is a saying that love makes mountains even move. Mm. So it is a really good strength, lot of power. Mm. Yeah, I know in some traditions they keep saying they have to say to each other, I love you. Mm. But if there is this natural quality of love, you will be welcome, respected, everyone will cooperate, nature will cooperate. Mm. So it is very, very important that I be that image of love. I remember that not being even aware how that this love is, but tomorrow when you do, you will be more aware. So one time in the beginning, Peace Village got started. So we wanted to set systems and how it should be clean, whatever way it is. And I used to be a lot in the kitchen, and I like definitely everything very, very clean because when food is cooked, it goes in our body and also offered to God. So our pots, everything should be very, very clean. So some or other, like I end up in telling everyone, or it should be like this, it should be like that. And in the beginning, and then I had to come here to New York. So I joked with them. I said, I think you don't want me to come back, right? Because I always is saying, it should be like this, it should be like that. Of course, that has become the foundation. Because in the beginning, whatever systems we set up, everyone tries to maintain them. They said, no, no, you have come. I said again, because then you all have to listen. Someone said very nicely, which stayed with me, because you love each one of us. So I underlined for myself, love for each one is very important. Cannot compare. I have to have love for everyone, whatever that soul is, and support in their effort and the part they play. So that has become like paying attention. So then I realized how important the love is in our hearts, natural. Dari Janki was sitting one time here in my bedroom, and some of us main teachers were there. And Dari said, people don't want anything, just love from all of you. So one said, but if I am too loving, then people have attachment. Dari said, no, purity and love, there cannot be attachment. And if they are taking something in the sense of support or calling you, that's the part of the duty, is a care for them. And that time I understood and I remember Dadi's word, but I thought only love will serve everyone. And I realize it more and more. That's why they say when you're watering the plant, do it with love. Everything in this world need the touch of love, whether it is nature, whether it is any kind of element. It's a very, very powerful energy of love. It you can heal yourself, you can help others. It becomes like natural care for each other. You don't have to externally, of course, when you care, you help. So it's very, very important. Whatever happens, I find that things happen, right? It will always be something, situations. But deep within there is love, because purity and love has connection. Not being loving, something lacking in purity. Everything is important in life. Task is important. Responsibilities are important. But most important is to be loving. I remember that in Janki, when we were in London together, one day we asked Dadi, what is important? Service or love? Relationship. She said service cannot live long or be sustained unless there are loveful relationships. So I always have to be loving, loveful, loving, loveful. And that sustenance, power of sustenance really comes from being loving. So tomorrow's mantra will be I am loveful soul, child of ocean of love. Baba has so much love for each one of us. how He's sustaining now. He's sustaining each day. It's not just our effort or Baba is sustaining us through His love, taking care of us. So, love from God to me, and then I love everyone. And of course, always, always, I keep in between souls God. So when I listen to someone both ways, mm, sometimes stories, sometimes real, I so God's love I take, remain loving, and you will feel how everyone loves you, as Baba says, Baba and family. And internally with love, you remain responsible, you remain committed. Mm. Baba's yagya, Baba's task, all is done with love. Even if you touch something with love, but if you don't like it or you have other feelings, you won't be able to see the value of it. So it's a very, very gentle quality, loving quality. It makes you very sweet too, gentle, humble. So if there is anything for anyone from anywhere, tomorrow all that in our fire will burn so that soul becomes very, very clean, pure, and loving also. Because it brings happiness to my own self, right? It's not I'm giving happiness to others. I am happy because I have love for everyone. I love everyone. So we are happy. So we practice this tomorrow. And as I shared with you, every time you will say it deep within that energy of love, you will experience it through your sense organs, through the atmosphere. In many different ways, you will experience how love is a great power also. Om Shanti.
Om Shanti.
Om Shanti Kalame.
I think you're getting my echo, are you? Om Shanti to all. And once again, it's my great fortune to be not just listening, but also connecting with all of you. And thank you, Mohini Ben, for that beautiful recap of the last 2 days. And of course, tomorrow, the third day, how we're going to be moving forwards together. I think it's so true what you said that, we probably didn't think enough when we put that number 5. It seems like a very limited number, right? So I'm thinking maybe we should add a 0 after the 5, at least 50 or even more, unlimited, as many times as we can add those drops into our consciousness, right? And as they say, drop by drop, makes a pond, makes a lake, makes a river, makes an ocean. I guess this is why Baba talks about being master oceans, because these are the drops that will make us into those master oceans. So it also feels like we, even though we're all in so many different places, the real feeling of all of us being in this university together, right? Doing this little experiment on our own. So very beautiful feeling. And Sister Mohini reminded us very beautifully that the important part of our exercise or awareness practice is being able to go into the center of the forehead and find that throne, locate that throne, sit on that throne and be seated. So many of you would have had that experience that you're moving with your body, but you're stable on your throne, right? So even sometimes the feeling is that the throne is moving you. It's not that you are moving the throne, but the throne is really making everything so easy for you. So just imagine we are still on that first paragraph of Baba's Murli, right? Just being detached from the body, and even within that, there is so much. And I think the practice is very simple, as you have heard. Just a few reminders that we heard today, that we are not just repeating these points of awareness, but we're also noticing the thoughts that come in between, and they will come, I think, from time to time until we get very strong with this practice. And also feeling the vibrations of that awareness, right? So repeating, of course, the thoughts, but also noticing anything especially in terms of wandering. I think Sister Moni said, if you notice yourself wandering in your mind, being attracted to something, being particularly desirous of something, I want that, I want this. So all of the little note down points, I feel. So not doing the awareness exercise, noticing the attainment, the experience at the end of the day or even in between the day, and increasing our stage of Nyarapan, right? And I particularly like this aspect that was brought up today also, that awareness is one thing, but action combined with awareness is what makes us angelic, what makes the angelic vibrations. So this is probably why we chose those 5 actions, particular actions. And you can add on more actions if you feel inspired to do that, not just the 5 ones. And continue with your traffic control, continue with your regular meditation times to incorporate this awareness. And now comes the practice for tomorrow. As you know, we are adding one layer upon one layer upon one layer. And this is the beauty of spirituality, that anything we have practiced, it's not like we leave it aside and go on to something else, but we are adding to that. And so this eternal form, imperishable form, I am a pure soul. And on top of that now, practice for tomorrow, if we can have that slide. So, I, the point of light, the living being in the center of the forehead, I am a loveful soul. As an image of love, I am seated on the lotus throne. So you're capturing the words, but also capture that beautiful picture of the lotus in the bottom, the lotus throne, so beautiful. I, the point of light, the living being in the center of the forehead, I am a loveful soul. As an image of love, I am seated on the lotus throne. So that will be our awareness to start with at Amrit Vela, and right through the day at the specified times that you have chosen in your little mini activities. And adding on to that, if you want to add more slots, you're welcome to do that. As you saw yesterday, you're actually charting your drops also. If that's of interest and inspires people, that's also very great. But I think eventually you lose count. This is my experience. As Sister Mohini was also sharing that, you can't even, find the time to find any other thought or awareness in between. So hopefully that's everyone's experience also. And so very, very beautiful. And again, the journal at the end of the day or the writing exercise that you've been doing at the end, that can continue, and you're capturing all your beautiful experiences, reflections, realizations, perhaps, and making it a very, very rich experience for yourself, right? So, do all of you feel that your throne is making a climb, is ascending, even though it's supposed to be a stable throne? You're stable on that throne, but it feels like we are ascending, not just by the day, but by the moment as we practice and accumulate these experiences. So, all the best for tomorrow's practice. Once again, the eternal, the imperishable soul that I am, seated on the center of the forehead. Not to forget, I am a pure soul, and on top of that, a loveful soul, remembering, of course, the ocean of love, receiving from the ocean of love. Okay, beautiful day tomorrow coming up. Thank you so much, Sister Mohini, for making so many things so clear. Not only clear, but also so inspiring for us to really accumulate these drops more and more. Would you like to add anything? It's not there, right? So,
Yeah, one aspect which I was connecting, that even if we are becoming Nyara from body, but what soul is receiving, body is receiving too. So that is why when you're doing it, giving something to body, I said even when you are breathing peace or breathing purity. So the body elements are also becoming pure. And that's, I think, angelic stage we mentioned about Brahma Baba.
right. So
So
there
it's a
is.
very, very good way to see how every thought, the energy of thought goes in the body.
Mm, mm. And I
And then
suppose.
it creates the atmosphere. Yeah.
Beautiful. Yeah. So the soul and body connection relationship, that is so beautiful. It never stops. It's just our attachment to the body that has to stop. Right? It's the wrong type of attachment that we are shifting. But it is that beautiful transference of that energy, whatever we are practicing goes to the body as well. And that's very, very clearly pointed out in today's session, I think. And very inspiring, because most of the day we are in actions and we do want to see the impact of what we are practicing. Not only see the impact, but we know for a fact that it's having that impact. But that's a nice reminder. Thank you. Thank you, Mohini.
Yeah, when we look at Brahma Baba, he looks angelic because when we look at Brahma Baba, he looks angelic, right?
Mm-hmm.
So we also have to become angelic. Om Shanti.
That's lovely. So, Om Shanti.
Om Shanti. Welcome to a Vyakti Journey Night Class Jewels of Knowledge that touch the heart.
Hello, सदस्य चक्रधारी जन्म कुलभूषणों को हल्लत बनवासियों की नमस्ते।
हेलो, गुड इवनिंग। ये 15 मई का रात्रि क्लास है।
परमपिता परमात्मा समझाते रहते हैं। ये सब हमारे आत्मा के बुद्धि में धारण होती है। ये भी घड़ी घड़ी भूल जाते हैं। हम आत्मा है और आत्मा ही शरीर से कर्तव्य कराते हैं, ये घड़ी घड़ी भूल जाते हैं। ये प्रैक्टिस में पास होना बड़ा कठिन है, क्योंकि जो बात आधा कल्प में कभी ध्यान में ही नहीं आई है, तो मैं आत्मा हूँ और इस शरीर से सब कार्य कर रहा हूँ, पाठ बजा रहा हूँ, ये किसके बुद्धि में नहीं ठहरती है। आधा कल्प पूरा बाप ने समझा ना कि सत्युग में मैं आत्मा हूँ, ये है उन लोग बुद्धि में कि मैं आत्मा हूँ, शरीर द्वारा पाठ बजाता हूँ। जब बुद्धि होगी हमको फिर छोड़ना होगा, फिर नया शरीर लेना होगा। बाकी पाठ का कोई पता नहीं। फिर भी पाठ तो यहाँ भी कहते हैं बहुत कि हम ये पाठधारी है, यहाँ आए हैं कर्म क्षेत्र पर, हर एक अपना अपना पाठ बजाने। कौन सा पाठ बजाने ये भी कहते हैं सुख दुख का खेल का, परंतु कैसे कोई भी नहीं जानते। तो जैसे कि ये लोगों कोई बहरे होते हैं नहीं, तो ऐसे करके सुनते हैं। तो आत्मा वास्तव में सुनती है अटेंशन से, इन कानों से। आत्मा हाथ रखेगी, हाँ, कि हम इन कानों से क्या सुन रही है। अभी तुमको ये ख्याल के हम आत्मा इन कानों से परमपिता परमात्मा से क्या सुन रहे हैं। अभी ऐसे तो कोई भी पाठशाला, स्कूल या सत्संग नहीं है इसमें बच्चे सुनने वाले ऐसे समझे और सुनाने वाला भी ऐसे ही कहे कि मैं इस शरीर द्वारा आकाश द्वारा तुम आत्माओं को समझा रहा हूँ। क्योंकि इसको ही कहा जाता है आत्माओं और परमात्मा का सन्मुख मेला। सन्मुख, क्योंकि भगवान पढ़ाएंगे राजयोग तो भी सन्मुख पढ़ाएंगे नहीं, और पढ़ाएंगे भी तो बहुत ही टाइम पढ़ाएंगे नहीं। पढ़ाया जाते हैं जहाँ जी तापर हो, तुम्हारा भी ऐसे है, जहाँ जीना है तुमको। तो बुद्धि भी है, देखो कितने कहाँ पढ़ना है तुमको। क्यों? जहाँ जीना है बुद्धे पढ़ते हैं कि हाँ बुद्धे पढ़ते हैं। जब प्रश्न अवस्था में जाते हैं तभी सन्यासियों के पास शास्त्र जगह पढ़ते हैं, तो सुनते हैं नहीं। वो भी तो पाठशाला हुई नहीं, वो शास्त्रों की पाठशाला। क्यों? ये अभी मरने का है, वानप्रस्थ अवस्था है, इसलिए सत्य का संग चाहिए। तुम्हारी केयर कौन करते हैं? अभी संभाल है शिव बाबा। किससे संभाल करते हैं? अरे बात मत पूछो, बड़ा दुश्मन है ये। तो देखो कितने बच्चे का केयर टेकर कहते हैं, सभी बच्चे बुलाते हैं नहीं, हे पतित पावन आओ, आकर के हमारी इस रावण से केयर करो, थोड़ी हमारी रक्षा करो। वो गाते भी रक्षा करो रक्षा करो, बहुत गाते हैं। तो अभी तुम बच्चों का रक्षा करने वाला किसे? ये 5 भूतों से ये बड़े कड़े भूत हैं। वो जो गोश्त आते हैं किसके शरीर में, वो इतना दुख नहीं देते हैं जितने ये माया रूपी गोश्त दुख देते हैं। बहुत खराब है। इसके घर में भी अगर कोई एक भी क्रोधी होगा नहीं तो कहा जाते हैं नहीं, घर का मटका भी सुखाई देंगे, सारे घर को वो धम चक्र बनाए देंगे एक में भी अगर होता है तो। क्रोध भी घर को बड़ा हैरान करते हैं। बाद में ही तुम्हारा वो खाता जमा होता जाते हैं।
तुम सा हसीन बाबा कोई नहीं जहां में, कोई नहीं जहां में। तुमने हसी बनाया, तुमने हसी बनाया हमको भी इस जहां में, हमको भी इस जहां में। तुम सा हसीन बाबा कोई नहीं जहां में, कोई नहीं जहां में।
Om Shanti. So, just for you all to know that I know many of you have requested that whatever homework we did in January, if they can get everything together and also the full calendar in different languages. Yes, we are working on it and we'll be sending soon in all the languages, everything together for your reference if you would like to keep them. So, maybe by tomorrow you will receive an email with that. Thank you very much. And now Didi's requesting is everyone, let's together experience deep love for Baba and experience deep meditation, yoga, Baba's remembrance, and we'll take Drishti from Didi also. We'll have a song playing, merge in Baba's love.
Just one word, but keep going into your throne as often as you can, because Baba said that will become your future throne, right? So as long as we can stay on the lotus throne, that much will be in our future fortune. So good night, everyone. Keep well. Om Shanti.